a lot of things happened, but it's crazy. He was disappointed by African television. So many good, great people came into this case, but our brothers and sisters, who have got some certain attitude, they did not allow these people to excel in this case because they were disappointed by the things that they had to see, in the long run. But it is okay. God knows why everything, whatever that happened. So now, guys, we have this new audio here. Now, do we believe in this one? Okay. And I want to do this. Since African TV never believed on the 3 seconds video, will African TV now believe in this particular one? Guys, has African TV commented on this one? Let me play it. Only the audio. Guys, has African television commented on this one? Did he believe that this one too is a scam? Because me, I'm wondering, are we going to be seeing evidences like this and be throwing them away? Guys, please listen. I'm going to play everything uninterrupted. And Mama, have you listened to this clip?
No. Play it. Let me hear.
Okay. So what happened is this, right? There were 15 people in the house. So this person is one of the 15 people in the house. He went to the show with Mohbad. We have been looking for all these people. So this one is just a friend. He said they usually come there whenever there's a show. So he was there that day. They went to the show. They came back. He said, in fact, his friend, OG, that was in the same car with Mohbad, recorded the argument between Wunmi and Mohbad throughout their way to the show and back home. Okay, and when they came back home that night, right there, okay, few hours, from coming to the house, that while they were downstairs sleeping because they were tired, that he heard a noise from up. That woman was calling on Mohbad's name, saying, stand up, stand up, stand up, like in a scary way, that it's like Mohbad fell down, like a collapse or whatever. And don't forget, the medical doctor of Quran of Perez Medcare, listen, he said that when they brought Mohbad, he asked them what happened. They said Mohbad just fell and collapsed. So in this particular guy narrative, he said Wunmi was telling Mohbad, stand up, stand up. So something had to knock Mohbad down. We don't know. But this guy said he heard them fighting. But the reason why he didn't go up is because usually when he comes there, they are fond of arguing. That Mohbad and Wunmi, they always like their cat and rats. They always after each other and they shout a lot in the house. So there was always domestic violence. So they feel like it was usual. So they didn't go up. Him was downstairs, Adura was downstairs. What if that was the nurse Adura heard that he also went upstairs? Okay. So now he said that because OG was upstairs and was opposite their room, that OG had a privilege to record what happened there. That OG had the record, that he right now, who was also there, that he has left Nigeria. That OG want to come meet him, but OG needed, I think, 1.5 million for flight or something like that, and then he can release all of those clips. So this woman, this person, it was 2 weeks ago this happened. This person is a guy, he said it to Bukky Jesse. You know Bukky Jesse now, your favorite. So, not your favorite, sorry. Sent it to Bukky Jesse, and Bukky Jesse claimed that she sent it to Baba, and Baba didn't make good use of it. She sent to Muyiwa, they turned it down. They didn't give it to the son. Right? They said, you should disregard it, it's nothing, whatever. So I want you guys to hear and then give me your own input about it.
Okay.
Hello, Ekaro. We do remember, OG, team, and to plan everything. But Musha to Basoro, Laliano. We understand Koto not to answer because of where we're going to video and work. We go back to the join to 55 weekend and Yara. T. Mumisha Pariwo did Kotea, you one time here. But we're going to know video at your two minute Jiluano phone. We let the Shalai phone pay Emma Kurona last week because over movie Yamata more and Lossi egg by another parent. Next thing today to buy me so no Balia not me them pass but I don't feel safe. Go gonna lati Kuro Niger no going to drop anything. You don't understand it because we go can you wish and I go just Corona because about just Corona I'm a plant on it táwa lọ mọ ibi tí info ti leak ó rí bákan mo dẹ̀ wo pé bóyá tọ́lọ́mbà sábà ṣiṣá tó bá ti rí àwọn owó tó lóun ní tó bá ti kúrò Nàìjíríà èmi máa get back sí ẹ má bínú tó lọ náà mistake ni kò yẹ kí n ṣe contact yín yẹ kí n jẹ́ kó nǹkan ti kúrò náà kó ti kọjá sí bíbá yìí kí n tiẹ̀ tó contact yín ẹ má bínú ẹ ṣé.
ṣé ó jí tó máa ń ṣeré yẹn àbí ó jí wọlé ẹ̀sìn ó jí bàbá tó máa ń ṣeré ṣóun ni ok so wọn náà fẹ́ travel lọ sí South Africa ok so èlò ló máa cost tó bá fẹ́ lọ sí South Africa ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ but ẹ kàn lè sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kí n believe yín a gbọ́dọ̀ ní evidence pókè o ẹni ìfẹ́ lọ sí South ẹni yìí ní nǹkan tá à ń sọ lọ́wọ́ kó má dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Dàmọ́lá tó sọ fáwọn ní fídíò bí Mohbad ṣe kú tó wá ń sẹ́ndì fídíò 3 seconds okay. And another question ṣẹ́yìn wà ń bẹ̀ gangan nígbà tí kìnìún ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ṣẹ́yìn wà ń bẹ̀ mo mọ̀ pé ìgbà sí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà tí Mohbad tí Wùnmí pa Mohbad sínú ilé o sínú yàrá yẹn but ṣẹ́yìn wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ wà nínú ilé ń jọ yẹn ṣẹ́yìn wà nínú ilé ẹ wà ní àwọn tó sọ pé 15 tó wà nínú ilé yẹn ṣẹ́yìn wà ń bẹ̀.
ẹ̀rọ ma bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo wà nílé gbogbo aláwà nílé lálẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn ní òru èmi spending OG lifestyle gbogbo aláwà nílé èèyàn kan àwọn méjì nìkan tó sì ń bẹ̀ òun náà ni Darusha òru ọjọ́ yẹn lòun kúrò nílé bá ṣe ń dé kò tẹ́ bá wọlé gan Darusha lọlé prime boy yẹn kò bá délé rárá ń tiẹ̀ so ìsàlẹ̀ tí a wá sùn sí pẹ̀lú àdúrà everybody èmi gbọ́ ariwo but normal everybody náà ṣe mọ̀ pé ó normal because wọ́n kò sígbà tó kì í ní issue few times tí mi bá wà ń bẹ̀ most times tí mi bá wà ń bẹ̀ time tí show bá wà because ó máa fún everybody lówó tí gbogbo àbá ti wà ní show yẹn everybody àtẹni tó ti ṣe anything everybody máa gbowó so gbàdá àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ so òru ọjọ́ yẹn bá ṣe dé ẹmọ ti rẹ everybody immediate everybody sùn but ó jí yẹn kò ń sùn tiẹ̀ because ó máa ń smoke so bóyá àbí tó ti ń fa igbó ló ti gbọ́ gbogbo ariwo yẹn ṣá tóun ti lọ síbẹ̀ almost everybody tó wà tó máa ń gbé ń bẹ̀ ọlágbé mi ò ń gbé ń bẹ̀ steady báyẹn almost everybody tó máa ń gbé nínú ilé yẹn náà ní 1 or 2 ní orí fóònù the same thing tí àwọn àdúrà àti Dàmọ́lá ẹ̀ náà gbogbo ẹ̀ náà là gbọ́ sí so gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ kí ẹrù máa bà OG náà nìyẹn tó fi ní axoma but mo ṣáwà ń bẹ̀ ṣá ní alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn àárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì èmi ò fojú kan tèmi fi kúrò ń bẹ̀ ọ́ èmi ò fojú kan rárá because èmi náà ní àwọn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe mo dẹ̀ kúrò ń bẹ̀ ní àárọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn àfìgbà tí àdèmá gbọ́ orí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì mi gan ti rí kíní ìgbà tí màá lè pé OG ó dẹ̀ ní pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ nìyẹn pé àwọn wà ń bẹ̀ ó tó di pé èmi náà dẹ̀ tó wá padà wá síbi bẹ̀.
ó bàbá mi ó ti yé mi sìn ṣé OG yẹn ni OG bàbá tó máa ń ṣeré yẹn tó máa ń ṣe ẹ tí mo kọ́ tí mo sọ tó máa ń ṣe kọ́ńtẹ́ǹtì ṣé OG bàbá yẹn náà là ń sọ yìí ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀.
Hello ma OG òun ni driver Mohbad ọ̀rẹ́ dẹ̀ tún ni wọ́n máa ń pè ní OG torí pé òun ju gbogbo wa lọ but òun ni driver ẹ̀ tó gbé lọ sí Kòròdú òun náà ló máa gbé kiri like driver ẹ̀ tó really trust so ojú wa lọ reason ẹ̀ tó everybody fi máa ń pè ní OG ma so gbogbo ìgbà tó fi lọ sí pàtí yẹn tó fi ń bọ̀ tí tó fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní issue yẹn gbogbo ìgbà yẹn lòun ṣáà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní record gbogbo recording tó ní tó fi kúrò láti show yẹn gbogbo ìjà àti argument yẹn àti tó ní sínú ilé yẹn gbogbo yẹn ni èmi àti ẹgbà táwa jọ wà ló wá ṣe wà gbé mi débẹ̀ tó yẹ pé everything wà ní mo ṣe wà rí lórí fóònù all those things ìdẹ́ni tó bá lè sọ̀rọ̀ kó sọ̀rọ̀ ó dẹ́ lóun lè sọ̀rọ̀ as long as òun ní security tóun ní tóun wà around tó yẹ pé táwọn adé mọ̀ pé òun ní information yẹn ti jáde òun mọ̀ pé táwọn lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sóun so èmi dẹ́ understand ẹ̀rù tó ń ba òun náà because tó bá jẹ́ mi náà ni tèmi náà ṣe máa feel nìyẹn.
ṣé òun ló drive jeep yẹn ni àbúkọ̀ wà pẹ̀lú wọn number Number 2 question. Ibo ló fẹ́ lọ? Ó fẹ́ lọ sí South Africa. Èló ló máa cost ẹ̀? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Èmi náà understand. Then ṣé òun ló drive jíìpù yẹn àbókò wà pẹ̀lú Mohbad? Then kí mo fẹ́ béèrè? Ẹ sọ tòótọ́ fún mi láàrin èmi àti yín. Ṣé ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kòròdú? Nǹkan tó lè mú yín wá bá mi. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mi máa sọ bí pọ́n sọ fún mi. Sorry, máa sọ bí pé mi kò sí pé máa ní ẹ sọ báyà bí mo dárúkọ yín. Ṣé ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kòròdú àbọ̀kọ̀ fi yẹn cover up ni? Then South Africa tó fẹ́ lọ yẹn èló ló máa cost ẹ̀? Kí ló fún wa ń garanti pé tá a bá gbé lọ́bẹ̀ ó máa fún wa fídíò báwo la ṣe máa ṣe? Because àkọlé fún àlè send owó sí kó wá ní fídíò ti há àbí fídíò ti sọnù. Ọgẹ́tẹ̀ so àwa náà gbọ́dọ̀ play safe. So gbogbo ilé mo fẹ́ mọ̀.
Lọ́wọ́ ohun gangan ni driver rẹ̀ tó máa ń gbé lọ sí anywhere tó bá fẹ́ lọ òun ló gbé lọ sí Kòròdú. Tí ìjà tó ṣẹlẹ̀ níwájú ọ̀nà àtẹ̀yàn yẹn because mọ́tò tó wà níwájú láwa wà mọ́tò tí wọ́n àárín ló wà. So pé ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀ ìjà ẹ̀gbọ́n kò ń ṣèjà bí argument ni wọ́n ṣe sọ ẹ̀gbọ́n di big deal because prime boy kò lè parọ́ fún anybody. Tí wọ́n ẹ̀gbọ́n rí lè jà prime boy àti Mohbad close jù ní pé ọ̀rẹ́ tó ti mọ́ra wọn tipẹ́tipẹ́. So ìjà rẹ kò ń ṣe ìjà lọ títí tó bá yẹ pé ìjà ni wọ́n máa pè wá gan táwọn kan máa dúró tá máa bọ́lẹ̀ tá máa là wọ́n because mọ́tò já sí gan àwọn èèyàn kò ní fẹ́ kó dúró síbẹ̀ yẹn pé jù so ti ìjà yẹn ń ṣe big deal but ó jí confirm ẹ̀ pé gbogbo bó ṣe ń jà nu mọ́tò òun mi gangan ni Cynthia òun gangan ni òun àti Mojo ní ìṣújù so bó ṣe jà láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ títí tán fi dé ilé nìyẹn tọ́dẹ̀ sì dé sílé àwa ṣáájú wọn dé sílé ìgbà táwọn dé náà ṣe wá sí géètì fáwọn táwọn wọlé gọ́sùn sí kìlómítà wa ìgbà táwọn dé tí gbogbo wa wà nílé kò dẹ̀ pẹ́ ní everybody ṣá lọ sùn ṣá because ó ti rẹ everybody but pé wọ́n já Kòròdú yẹn kò ń ṣe ìjà kan òun náà ṣe exonerate prime boy kan náà kò ń ṣe ìjà kan tó anybody lè pè níjà tó ṣe kankan báyìí but pé kó máa send kinní yẹn ó máa send gbogbo ẹ̀ ó tiẹ̀ because ó ti sóhun gan gbogbo kinní yẹn everybody ní ọkàn wọn bàjẹ́ títí kan àdúrà tó jábúrò ẹ̀ gan inú ẹ̀ ò dùn but Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ̀ kan tó ń promise àdúrà because tí gbogbo kinní ẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ gbogbo wa ti kúrò ń bẹ̀ but kan tó ń promise àdúrà òun nìkan ló mọ̀ but ó jìṣà gbogbo nǹkan tó ní lọ́wọ́ lòun rẹ́dí láti send but safety tiẹ̀ gangan ló wà after. Ó ti gba visa sọ́wọ́ ready because cable visa ni wọ́n lò kò dẹ̀ pẹ́ expire so òun náà mo sọ fún gan láàárọ̀ yìí pé bóyá kò gan kó báyìí sọ̀rọ̀ fún ara ẹ̀ because a ti wà ní middle gbà mí kò easy ó dẹ̀ ní rárá o kó o tẹ̀ lè risk anything Nigeria because Ọlọ́run ló trust bá ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo kíní online kó o tẹ̀ lè risk life for Nigeria only because àwọn especially recording nù ti mọ́tò yẹn ó ní tó bá immediately gan ó ní kò possible kì í sí tí a máa mọ̀ àbáwọn tó bá gbọ́ kó máa mọ̀ pé bóyá látọ̀dọ̀ òun ni ó ní bọ̀ tóun bá sí around ìsìsì ìjọba tá bá pè wọn àbí tá bá mẹ́sẹ̀jì wọn máa sọ fún wọn pé irú level nìyẹn báwọn ló ṣe wọn máa bí wọn pé ṣé òun ṣèlú nǹkan báyìí because àwọn márùn ló láwọn wà ní mọ́tò so anybody ni ó lè record or kó jẹ́ pọ́wọ́ anybody ni recording ti lè jáde ó ṣáà because tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kan sìn òun ó fẹ́ wá dúró ni àwa náà dé la máa lọ pàdé ẹ̀ tó bá dé ọ̀dọ̀ wa náà ló máa dé sí torí ẹlẹ́mi náà yìí ṣáájú èdè sí bíbá yìí so tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ ìyẹn máa kọ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ bóyá bí $1 million òun nǹkan tó ṣáà ní ìdìṣà gbogbo àti màtẹ́jọ sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ àná àtàárọ̀ ṣáà ló ní ju $1.5 million because tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ó máa ra return no everything torí gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ ní ẹ̀wà.
Kò ṣe 1.5 yẹn ní issue tẹ́mi ní sìn ni pé.
But guys, okay, let's finish everything.
Báwo la ṣe máa gba kan tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ because a lè fún 1.5 ká wá gbọ́ story so ibo láti máa meet ní middle end ibo lòun wà tó lè kówó fún.
It's too long.
ó ti ama àdìsí òun wà Naija ẹnìyàn wà bá arówó báyìí eléyìí ò dẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ọlọ́pàá máa mú trust me arówó báyìí ẹnìyàn wà bá arówó òun arówó á dẹ̀ fi gbogbo nǹkan ta ní ìdíwọ̀n wá tó lè lead wa lọ sí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ because àwọn ò fẹ́ bí ẹbí wa ń sàlẹ̀ akọ̀ǹgbáriwo at least àmọ́ èèyàn lè má sí bẹ́ẹ̀ life but at least irú ìgbà tó ń gbé Mohbad bọ́ sálẹ̀ ṣé Mohbad ti kú ó kẹ́ sọ pé yóò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ anyway but àwọn nǹkan tó ṣáà jẹ́ good evidence so ẹni ẹnu àríbá yìí kò fún òun náà kó gbogbo ẹ̀ fún ọ so ṣó wọ́ọ̀kì bẹ́yẹn so nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ mọ̀ nìyẹn.
ó sọ pé rárá o ó lóun ò lè ṣe yẹn o ó ní the only thing tóun tún lè ṣe ni bóyá tóun bá book ticket òun tán as in because tó bá ti book ticket ẹ̀ bóyá ọ̀la àbọ̀túnla ṣáá ló lóun fẹ́ kúrò ó ní bóyá ní ẹlẹ́wálé pàdé oníkẹjà ṣáá o but according to ṣáá ní tóun bá débi báyìí pé òun ò tẹ̀ lè take gbogbo risk báyẹn ṣáá so ẹ má bínú bóyá tó bá fà ìwé ààrẹ débi báyìí anything tá a bá dé wàá figure out nígbà yẹn ó sì lè get back sí yín padà ó lóun lè ṣe yẹn ṣá so bóyá tó bá ṣá débi báyìí anything tó bá wá ṣá jẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ létà tó anything bá wà ẹ ṣe.
All right, that is it all. Now I say, what do you want to say about this? The translation, it is too long, okay, to translate everything. But let me just quickly touch some aspect of this whole thing. So according to him, he said that this guy, Mohbad photographer, OG, we don't know this guy's name. This guy's name is yet to be, confirmed yet. But the thing is, he said he was with Mohbad that night that they went to that show. And he was in the second Prado Jeep. Mohbad Prado Jeep was in the middle, like in the arrangement. Their own was in the front. Mohbad own was in the middle. There was some other cars behind, right? So they had come home already. Their own Prado Jeep was home. They were waiting for Mohbad. Mohbad Prado Jeep then came later. So don't forget, Spending is in Mohbad's Prado Jeep, right? When Spending said that they met some people at home when they came back, I'm thinking Spending is talking about these guys. That when they came, they met these people home when they came. I'm just thinking so. Okay? I don't know, but possibly it may be. Okay? So now, he said that they needed, I think, about $1,000, if I'm not mistaken, but in Naira, so that they will just travel out of the country, okay, and then release all this information, right? Then something came to my mind that if these people ever approach anybody, I think volunteer to send the money to the actual persons, to the name, if the actual person can drop his name, right? That is going to be a very strong evidence. Because there is no way you buy the ticket for this guy, putting his name, and this guy went to consume that service, and then you reach out to him and he doesn't give you that evidence. He's going to pay for that action. For that criminal action, he's going to pay for it. Right? So at that point, he has no choice. He just have to give out something. Yeah, because he will be on a tight corner. Let's say, for example, this guy who approached Yomi for 3 million. Imagine Yomi has sent 3 million to this guy, and this guy didn't do anything. Yomi money cannot go. Yomi money cannot go in vain. Either Adura will pay back the money, or investigation will be done, and whoever that had contacted Yomi will pay back. You understand? That's why at DB we have a very strong justice team. Right? And people get this kind of information, they would have reached out to the people who have the fund. So out of the public fund, we would invest it in it. But our public fund is with Baba Mohbad, and he's eating them. Baba see it like his own personal money. So when things like this come, we have to going around and be sorting for money. You see how they messed everything up. We came up with good plan. let's have a museum, let's have this, let's have that. Look at Mohbad right now. Whatever money he has made for just Mohbad will come, will go. Okay, and all these people like Gorexim who are right now bodyguarding him, these guys will not be forever. The only reason why they are there is because they are helping the other enemies get information. I don't see one good work Gorexim is doing there with Mohbad. If Gorexim is truly a nice person, all this destruction wouldn't be happening around this man. It can only mean that Gorexim is part of the destruction. It's part of what is bringing the destruction. That's why he's there enjoying the destruction that is ravaging this man. So basically, on this video, this was what this was what actually happened. So he also told Bukky Jesse that in the show, because Bukky asked her, was there a fight? Did Prime Boy fought Mohbad? That please tell me the truth. Was there any fight? Now, where I will not think that this guy, knows everything. One, he was in the forward Prado Jeep, in the front Prado Jeep. It was in the Prado Jeep that was in the front. And don't forget, they came home before Mohbad. Why did Mohbad delay on the way? OG can tell us whether there was an attempt to throw the baby and Wunmi into the river. Because you guys left the Ikorodu at the same time. But these guys have got home. They have gotten home and have been waiting for Mohbad, for some time. Mohbad came to meet them home. So what delay Mohbad car from behind that much? There shouldn't be, more than 10 minutes delay between both of the two cars. What could have delayed them that they could have been there waiting? What could have delayed them there? And according to him, he said when Darosha came, Darosha went back to his place, that Darosha didn't stay there with them. I think two other persons existed, like they went out while the remaining went in and they stayed in. When I take this particular guy's story, I put it together with the driver's story. This guy, he has a good summary. So I don't know whether you all see it the same way. In as much as I am questioning why these people will be coming to Bukky Jesse right now. Why not 1 year ago? Why not 6 months ago? Why exactly 2 weeks ago from now? Today is on the 18th, right? So that shows that between the 4th of this month, and today, somewhere around this time, these people contacted Bukky Jesse. And they said that they are very much aware about the Damola case. This guy even confirmed that everybody in that lives in that house has 1 or 2 recorded video. That they are very much aware of the Damola own, the way the thing went, and that too is getting them worried. That is getting them scared. So are we going to say all these kids they are all lying? But when we look at the case itself, if we look at the case where the people are telling us, they are telling us something that doesn't represent the situation. Because if Mohbad was briefly sick and a nurse came to treat him and he died, this guy shouldn't be running this way. Their actions, the way they speak about this whole thing that happened to Mohbad, it shows that they have a lot of things to hide. So could it be the puzzle? Could the explanation of this guy be the puzzle? So I don't know. And Iron Lady, because you asked for this, I have edited that audio. I have it on my page. You can cut it out, and I also have the complete one posted on YouTube, so you guys can harvest it. Anybody who want to get only the audio, okay, between the guy and Bukky Jesse, with that Bukky Jesse's voice, that is the real recording, okay, without Bukky Jesse's analysis. She doesn't analyze; she just curses. So I've removed all her curses and still fix the video accordingly, the right way, the way it's supposed to be. Nothing is missing, not even 1 dot is missing. So yeah, Mama is saying the tigress in the building or the lioness, what's going on? It's been a while. Sheleba Nimbogo, Shondu. Mama is saying you are very quiet business. Eh?
Yeah, because the whole thing now, when you guys turned it to,
it's like you really fought a lot, too. You were everywhere. You took insult from different people. Threats.
Yeah.
All those threats.
Yeah, there were a lot of threats. So, but the whole thing was being messed up now. So I just decided to just like.
It's good to be brave. You were very brave, I swear.
But if we're going to go around the circle, when we come back to the point.
But looking at this particular audio now, what can you pick? Like, are you able to pick one or two things from it that makes sense to you, or let's just throw it away? What do you think?
Yes, we can.
Things like what?
I'm not too into this conversation because the person was not able to identify himself very well. And
Buki said the name of this guy is in his the name is in his WhatsApp, that he has the name.
Okay, the name is with her. She knows the guy.
Yes.
But the guy, okay. For me, we have to be a bit careful because people should not exploit us, one. And then two, telling us they have the video until we give money. Why are they looking for money? They promise them a lot of money now. These guys took an oath.
I bought the 50 million of African TV. Why don't they go for it?
They had all this. They had all the money to do.
Or don't they believe African TV has 50 million?
Exactly. So they settled them all. You know, they settled them. They took an oath in that house. They settled. They promised all of them money. They gave them money.
The now African TV is a wise man. Like he's not gonna take the nonsense that maybe Book is taking or you're mistaken. Maybe like he's gonna be more, dynamic in the way he deal with them. Like, maybe that's what you're not going to. Because this is 50 million. How can you see 50 million and you're going to meet somebody that wants to give 1.5 million? Like, I mean.
They just, I don't want to believe these guys. They know what they are doing. And, I said it, Papayano, remember from the very beginning, I kept shouting that the people we are dealing with are very powerful and strong people. They are ready to go. They are so desperate. They will go to any length. They will go to any length to make sure they destabilize us and ensure we don't get that justice.
God. You see, the person that they are having in that Mohbad, I don't know how people can be so blind that they cannot understand that Guresi is a bad business to this case. You see, now they just discover Muyiwa. Don't forget, Buki has sacked Muyiwa. Same way Buki sacked Odumosu. She has sacked Muyiwa and Odumosu.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
So Buki just sacked Muyiwa.
Muyiwa has been taken out.
Remember we're the one that was bashing Muyiwa on your platform now?
Yeah.
You remember?
He has been sacked by Buki Jesse.
Aries and who again? We're bashing Muyiwa on this platform and telling him that how can somebody see? I beg, don't just let me talk. I'm not even interested. I don't like to come and start discussing people.
You see, like how they were able to manipulate between all the cry that we're crying, all our seriousness. We show so much seriousness. How can Muyiwa see all of this? I want to think Muyiwa is jealous of Baba Mohbad. Muyiwa may be saying that, look at this man having a glorious son. The man is not even good as me, and he's having this much love.
Papayano, it's not jealousy. Let me tell you the truth. The opposition, the anti-justice people, have already settled with Muyiwa. Muyiwa is just a double-edged sword. You see, because they know Baba Mohbad hold Muyiwa, to high esteem, they worked on Muyiwa. I'm telling you, Muyiwa is just a double-edged sword. They worked on Muyiwa, and the next person they worked on was Grexy. You see, they want to look at those who are close to Baba and hold them and just hold them by the balls. Just hold them by the balls.
Yes.
That is
and I don't know why the public can't see these things.
That's the only thing they do to just frustrate us. Then we will come here and be making noise. And they are working on those guys. From the first day I saw Guresi discussing with King White, I knew we're not gonna go anywhere. We won't go anywhere from the first day. You see, because we're about to say you cannot see me because sing at King White first. Kini me at King White first. The day you see me talk to King White, make it that body.
Good point.
The day you see me talk to King White, make it that body.
Hey. Right on.
Nobody. So why should Guresi come and tell us that no, he's one container, his wife is doing one business? What business do you have?
Abio, take trailer. Even go collect
Business
trailer.
of Babode now. What if he were dealing? They now shocked him to be Baba Mohbad, to be monitoring all his movements and be.
But Mama, I want to ask a question. You said you've met Guresi before, right?
I know him. No, I've not met him one-on-one.
Oh, you've never met him one-on-one?
No.
But you've seen him on call, on video call?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen him recently? What Mohbad did to him?
Shebi Mohbad don't bend the mouth to go corner. He now changed his name to Dolisha and came and was playing you guys on your platform. You're telling me
No, it's not Dolisha. It's not Dolisha. Guresi will not speak that way. It's not Dolisha.
You have to convince me that that's not Guresi.
No, believe me, it's not Guresi.
You have to convince me.
Believe me, now Guresi will not go to. Guresi will not go to.
He will. I mean, these are the shafts that were planted within the wheat. You don't get it. When you have the planted in between the wheat.
Unless maybe they are using voice changer because we just found out that vengeance is using
my intuition is very strong. My intuition is very, very strong. That's why you saw me hitting him that day. When I was even bashing him, did you see me talking? You noticed he was avoiding me by all means. He has been playing on you guys, saying he's not Dolisha, using one account to come because the mouth don't bend, go one corner. But if you look at him, every trait that Guresi has was what that guy had. He argues a lot. Oh, you boy, you know, Nisha. English, argument to Lori Book, argument is son.
But if Guresi's tongue is twisted, if Guresi's tongue is being twisted, how can he be speaking with a good voice like Dolisha's?
That is how Guresi is speaking. But that's how Guresi speaks. That's Guresi. You think Guresi? That's him.
Oh, you mean it's making up that tongue twisting?
Mohbad has bent his mouth now, so the tongue has twisted.
It's not Dolishas. It's not Dolishas is the one who is saying that Mohbad died on Monday. Mohbad was in the house.
Hey, you won't understand. See, Papayano, he will do that to just come and suppress you guys down. Okay, the story he was telling us from one kingship, from one family, one Oba. Did he make sense? It didn't make sense to me that day. He was not coming to make any sense to me. He would think he's giving you points. This is exactly what I was saying. They will put people in between you that would be using your points, be telling you. You remember it was on this your platform. I told Otumba. I said, tell King White to leave Adura and let him go home. If he will not get justice in 40 minutes. You remember that day? I said, leave Adura. You should leave him alone now. Why are you giving him bodyguard? When did he become a celeb? When did he become a celeb? Why are you guiding him? Let them go to their house and stay with their father and see if we will not get justice in 40 minutes. They know what they are doing. I told Otumba on this your platform that day when I argued with him. I said, so why people shadowing Mama Mohbad, monitoring them, putting their devices, any call she makes, they have tapped her phone. Why are you guys doing all that? When did they become so important? When did they become celebs that you are now shutting them up and down? Because you know what you are hiding. If your hands are clean, free them now. You just free them like free bones. And see if we will not get justice in 24 hours. So it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. So that audio, I'm not too into it. That's the truth. I'm not too into it. I just feel they want to play on Bukky Jese's. They know she's the main actor in the Justice for Mohbad, and they were just trying to come for her and just play on her intelligence. That's just what they were trying to do. So I don't think so. They don't have anything to give her, because the truth is, everybody knows what is happening. They know they are so desperate. When you tell us you want to give us information, we'll start shaking, we'll start doing this, we'll start doing that. They'll just collect your money and go for nothing. For me. Why? Because he said the Mohbad's driver was in the vehicle.
Mama, can I ask you a question? You see?
Yes, please.
Can you tell me why they did this wickedness in the month of October I remember me saying, let Baba read the autopsy results for us all to see, or let him confirm that he has seen the autopsy results and that what is there is positive. And Baba played along. Baba kept telling the public that the man refused to show him. And Baba has, and Muyiwa is listening to that. Guresi is listening to that. Even the Sanshit is listening to that. Where is that done? Unless Sanshit is playing along. How can you hear your clients saying what is not correct? Is Sanshit going to say that he didn't hear that? That they cannot see the result before, they cannot prepare before the corona inquest? So it means Sanshit didn't prepare for what was coming. Oh my goodness. They are up in the same game. No matter what they believe in, Sanshit will not do any, will not take any action.
The day I gave up on Gurexi was the day Gurexi went to the mortuary with Baba, and was it Odumosu that time? No.
The daughter and Blessing, something like that.
When they went to the mortuary, and Gurexi came out confidently telling us that, nah, there's nothing on Mohbad's body. Oh, the body is very okay. When I saw it on that day of the burial, that there is a bandage, there's a gauze under that China white that Darusha bought to bury Mohbad. Me, with my naked eyes, I'm seeing it. They should take that picture and take it to the Association of Medical Doctors for analysis. They should take it for medical forensics and let them tell you if it is normal for every dead body to have such thing under their clothes when they want to bury them. I just buried my mom, and I don't think there was any bandage from the mortuary on her body like that. It's not normal. And that was the day I gave up on Gurexi. One. And remember, we were in African Foundation, Mohbad Foundation together with Gurexi. And it was money issue that caused our problem. Gurexi was the brain behind that lawyer writing to African TV. He was just going based on money. So I knew he was such a desperate human being. He's going to fall where there's money. That's what they are interested in. And that was why I said, I just gave up on Gurexi, honestly. I gave up on him.
Someone is here representing Gurexi. Gurexi never said that.
Gurexi said it. He came out to tell us that there's nothing wrong with the body. The body is fine. There's nothing, there's no stab. The body is okay. It's only that he came to tell us. We've been on this. If you are just coming, maybe you didn't hear. I'm sure you just joined the Justice for Mohbad lately. But if you've been here from the beginning, he came out to say it with the lawyer. And we even called on him on this platform. We told him to come and explain, how dare you, when we were saying there was a stab, there was a wound, there was something, you that is on the part of justice, coming to tell us that there's nothing. You are making us look like fools. We called him out. We called him out that time. I can remember. We called him out that time. So there's nothing you want to tell me about this thing. Just lately, maybe when the whole thing became fracas, I just pipe low. There was nothing you will tell me about. When he came out to say it, and we're all angry. We're all angry. And we told him. So I gave up on him.
Listen,
and
what is so painful right now is the audacity. In fact, if I can use word like beating Baba Mohbad, like Very Dark Man said something before, like 2 years ago, that if he got the chance, the first thing he will tie Baba Mohbad and beat that man. He will make sure
Papayano, did you remember when I came here to tell you that Baba Mohbad himself, don't you guys think Baba Mohbad is, which language did I use that time? You even corrected me. I said, don't you think Baba Mohbad is like under siege? Gurexi was more like a policing his movement. That man might be under threat with Gurexi by his side and he cannot talk. What happened to his son is what is happening to this man. People were taking advantage of this man because he's not educated. He does not know his left from his right. And the truth is that's why initially he didn't bother. He's a poor man. He thinks he does not have a right to fight. He doesn't even know he has
rights. Me, I don't have a problem, right, with Gurexi.
So people took advantage of that. People are taking advantage of that.
The man gets better. Everything we may have said is coming through on the man. Look at everybody having issue with the man. Even if the man is no better, you guys who are around him who are better, get him better.
That is the problem. That is why you see me. I can't come up here to...
It's because they are so evil.
I can't come out here to bash Baba Mohbad. because that man, honestly, just like what happened to Mohbad, that man is innocent. It is the we that are surrounding the man that are the problem. The we that are learned, the we that knows the truth, the we that knows the left from the right, we are his problem. You remember there was a time Mama Mohbad was saying they must accept Liam because they told her, because they brainwashed her that if they don't accept Liam, they will lose the whole property. Mama Mohbad came out to say it. So you see that it is, you see, it's ignorance, illiteracy, totally playing out here. Now, those who are surrounding them are the problem. And that's why I see me, I can never come out here to bash Baba Mohbad. Instead, I'm going to bash those people who are surrounding Baba Mohbad. And that's why I'm calling Gurexi out any day, anytime. I will call Gurexi out.
See, that is asking you that is GoFundMe in Gurexi's account. No. It is a
I'm calling Gurexi because they're the ones that are supporting Famuyiwa too. I never liked Famuyiwa from the beginning. Famuyiwa, I have never been his fan.
That guy is that Muyiwa guy.
Papariano, you remember it was on this your platform. Yes, remember it was we that did not support the GoFundMe that were anti-justice. If you remember, we were the ones that was against that GoFundMe from the beginning, and we're like, let us see what we want to do. That was when we were getting all the bashing that time. Now we became anti-justice. Shame me, they didn't insult me. All them Perkins, where everybody insulted me now. I was insulted.
How did you?
We meeting, they bash me. Even the justice people, they bash me.
You because were almost everywhere. There was no way you were not. It was like
some of us will say the truth. And we will stand by it because we have integrity. I'm not a politician, I'm not, but some of us.
But all those guys now, some of them, they have repented. Imagine Wendy Gold. Remember Wendy Gold?
Yes. I remember her. So, you know,
him.
The truth.
Wendy Gold.
Okay, yes. You mean Wendy Gold?
Yes.
Wendy Gold has repented. Wendy Gold has repented.
It's not just about, he's supporting us now.
Make I no jam. I go give Wendy Gold back because Wendy Gold frustrates my life. Finish me rich.
That guy.
Finish me rich.
His new name, his new name now is Sammy Jojo. It's called Sammy Jojo now.
I must give it back to him.
He's called Sammy Jojo. I said the day that I heard that guy change, I said this guy. Very violent.
Wendy Gold will follow me to every platform.
No matter where you are.
Wendy Gold was following me back to every platform.
He was the one leading them and causing problem everywhere.
Yes.
He's now Sammy Jojo. He's now a calm guy. Changed person. Yes.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm telling you.
This is not true.
All those November, October, man, it was crazy, man.
Yeah, I just.
When the guy came to my platform, it was just insulting me and just blasting me and was saying, let us even engage. I said, come on, let's engage, let's go. Like he was just making
he followed me to Mama. He followed me to Mama Zara's. Is it Zara? Yes, Mama Zara's platform. We had it tough with me and him. He will say, I will not agree. They called me. There's nothing they did not call me. A bit.
But now the guy is calm. Now he's calm.
I'm an old witch. I say anything you say. That one.
He's seen the light.
Hey.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Papariano.
Yeah,
yes,
hello.
so you remember I said I was African activist. I was African activist.
Let's hear you, Amos. Go
on.
Okay. Yeah, Papariano, good evening. I just want to say that you see what is going on this Justice for Mohbad is so disheartening. About the voice note that you just played, I may be wrong. I am not anywhere, but what my mind is telling me that I believe is true, that whenever I have this kind of feeling, 90% of the times I'm always correct, always right. It's either of two things. Number one, that those guys are just attempting to scam Buki, or that this is Buki's own coinage. This is something she wants to do. By her pedigree, by her antecedents, she can do this. And I will tell you why I think she can do it. Now, she said She has the name of the guy in her WhatsApp. Up till now, she has not brought out the name. Now, they are trying to talk about protection or not protection of identity, but they both, in that conversation, the name of OG came out. Even if the whatever it is that the OG wants to do for justice today, as of today, since his name is already out there, you think the anti-justice group have not contacted him since that time? They would have. The only thing I see that made Bukky do what she did that day is the latest development in justice for Mohbad. Because everything has come out, it has become obvious that all their pranks, all their gimmicks, all the games they are playing has come to the public, and the public are about to bash them, and they're already bashing them. And now she has to bring out something to make her be relevant again in the eyes of the public. That's all I'm seeing that is happening. Because it wouldn't have been anything difficult for her to mention that person's name on the day she was doing that live. It is possible to have just pick up that, what's it called? Even if it is to take less than 1 minute, even if she's using the same phone that she was using for that live, to bring out the name of the person. But she said, oh, I don't have the name. Okay, the name is in my WhatsApp. I'll bring it out tomorrow. But tomorrow has not come up to today. I am telling you, Bukky Jesse is just looking for something to make people see her as relevant again in the whole of the games that they are playing, that they still continue to play. They always come out to say that, oh, I'm not directing Baba, I'm not controlling Baba, I'm not doing this. But Baba will want to come up at 4 p.m. She will come out early in the morning on that same day, maybe 5 a.m., post something, and what she's posting is exactly what Baba is coming out to come and say at 4 p.m. And you say you don't direct Baba, you don't control Baba, you don't talk to Baba. We are not foolish, we are not stupid. So, look at what she just said now on that day. Oh, I'm not ordering you people, but I'm just saying that maybe Badamu Yiwa should step down so that Mommy Rich Grace will come up. I'm telling you, that is what has been confirmed. She has confirmed it. She has done it already. Before coming out to come and say, I'm not compelling everybody. I'm just saying, I'm just suggesting. It's a lie. So this is a gimmick. But in any case, if it is not a gimmick, if it is true that those guys, the guy that was talking to her, was actually in that house that day, I am telling you, by the time immediately they collect 1.5 million, they are gone. You understand? By the time they ask them where to put the money, I'm sure it's going to.
Otumba, I want to hear your commentary on this new development as well. I'm coming to you, Amos. Give me 1 minute. Otumba, what's your commentary on this new evidence?
I have to leave now, sir.
No. Wait now. You're gonna. I just want you to butter whatever he says to see whether we can see some different diversion. Look, I don't think he believes in it. Otumba, are you there, Otumba?
Okay.
Chatty listens to new development. Otumba, are you there? Hello.
Yeah, Papariano, I'm here.
Yes. Have you listened to the new development?
What new development?
The new evidence that was sent to
That's not new.
Mohbad.
That is not new. Every time something must come out. Every time. There is a lot before 30 seconds video. Now after 30 seconds video, this is the new one. So, Papariano, I'm surprised you believe all these people. There's nothing, absolutely nothing.
Why do you think this doesn't make sense? Give me 1 or 2 reasons why you think it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Let me
give me 1 or 2 reasons, please.
Okay, let me tell you one thing, Papariano.
Mm-hmm.
All these people, they are maybe for right. He knows all.
Go on.
If I say video, can you hear me?
I go on, I hear you. Because I want to see the strongest reason anybody can give to see whether I can subscribe to it. The strongest reason anybody can give to criticize this particular audio.
Honestly,
Then
I'm not. I just told you, I'm not into that audio for now. Now, let me tell you one thing. Boogie Jesse is not somebody who wants to hide anything. She has been known for, yes, I got the information right. I was contacted. This person spoke to me. She wants to give you facts. And that's who Boogie Jesse is. She wants to come out and tell you, yeah, I got this information. This is where, this is how, this is what is it. This is the person. She has always been specific. She has always been straightforward. You know, she wants to let everything out. She wants you to know she got frustrated.
yeah, what did you say in this? Because she said that she was on her own, and this person contacted
in the
her.
eyes of in the house,
No, they
eyes
must
of
have
many
called
people,
her. They must have
they
called her,
said
but
there
I'm
is
saying
maybe
that person is not
Wumi
real.
is powerful, or there is wealthy someone that is sponsoring Wumi or something like that. So, okay, let's believe this guy, they have a video. They will come to what is he calling himself? Bookie JC, to demand for 1.5 million when they can easily give them from Wumi camp. They can even give them 10 million if there's any video that is going to implicate Wumi. All this thing is lies.
Oh, you are saying that if truly those guys have an evidence
If
that
there is
the
any
first person they
video,
will give it to is Wumi to get money from Wumi, right?
yes, Wumi is going to know that there is something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wumi is not running after these people.
And
It
she'll
is
be
you
ready to
guys
quickly pay them.
that are looking for what is not there. And these people, they knows there is money in your side and they want to scam you people. That is just it.
Because they don't know that there's money in Wumi's side now.
But there's
Why would
money
they
in
give it
Wumi
to
side.
Wumi?
You guys said Wumi buy judiciary, Wumi buy the legislative, Wumi bought everybody.
Maybe
So
it's
who
just
are
a
these people
connection.
who are these people that Wumi cannot buy?
Maybe they are just tired of the whole thing and they just want the truth to come
Thank
out.
you. Thank you, Otumba.
Papariano, can I
Papariano,
close my thought so that I can leave,
Papariano.
please?
Okay,
I told
Otumba,
you
give me 1 minute. Let me see the
you are
reason
more
why.
intelligent than
Otumba,
this.
please wait just 1 minute. Let me see the reason why Amos think is fake, and then I will put it together with your own, and then I will see whether it makes sense. Go on, Amos.
I've told you why I think it is fake. Because
Go on.
Bookie is just trying to do damage control based on what is happening recently. In the last 2-3 weeks, all that has been happening is like exposing their weakness that they always give to us in the public as strength. I mean, for her to come and call all sort of people illiterates, when illiteracy is written all over her, everything she does, that, I mean, illiteracy, everything smells illiteracy, and she moves very fast to call people illiterates, and then all the things that has happened in the last week, in the last
Amos,
few weeks,
if I play
it
you
has
the
shown.
voice of the guy, can you say, is there anything you hear from his voice that you can debunk? From the way the guy speaks, is there anything that looks unbelievable from the way he speaks?
Hello, sir. Everything that guy said, anybody, any intelligent person can say it based on the things that are on the internet already. Anybody can point everything.
Exactly.
But in any case,
Exactly.
this is my closing thoughts. This is my closing thoughts, sir. Now, I believe that nothing is too much to do to unravel the mystery surrounding Mohbad's spy. And for that reason, the public can afford it if we have strategists. Unfortunately, we don't. The Justice of Mohbad team are not strategic. It's just people scattered all over the place. People like, unfortunately, it is people like Bookie Jesse that has been in the forefront, controlling everything. They are supposed to be an engine room. If we have an engine room, a formidable engine room, strategists, it is possible for us to use this to get to the root of it. I've told people that even if there is nothing, if the 3-second video in the hands of Yomi means nothing to this justice, it is worth us to check what it is until we find out that it has nothing to do with the crime of that boy, that we should stop. Likewise, this one too, it is not too much for us to check and be sure that it is nothing to do with it. But I want to say 80% of my my instinct is telling me that this is just a damage control that Bukky is trying to bring out to get her back into relevance. That's my own take. That's my own take.
But I mean, listening to the guy, with the way the guy spoke, are you saying that it is possible Bukky paid that guy to come do what he did? Or could it be that, right, Bukky has no idea, but that guy was trying to scam Bukky? Like Bukky doesn't know, like the guy, they came from nowhere. Are you saying Bukky is aware of that guy coming to talk to her?
It could be anything from. Hello, sir. It could be anything.
Try to make it more.
Arrange.
Stand somewhere. Just be confidently stand somewhere. Pick a point and stand there.
It is anything. Hello, sir. It is anything from Bukky planning this to get her back into relevance, to maybe some of those guys coming together to scam. It could be any of those things.
You have to stand
I'm not sure
on
100%.
one because. Okay. So
why do I want to stand on one? Because I'm not involved.
I got you. So what you're saying right now is this, right? So what you're saying right now is that whether Bukky planned it, whether those guys planned it, but you don't think what that guy said, you don't think that the confession itself has anything to do with this case.
No. There are things that might be true about the things that the guy is saying that is relevant to this case. You understand? But that does not rule out the fact that it is possible that this was made up.
When you say made up, it's not the actual situation. I want what will represent what actually happened to Mohbad. Do you think this narrative? Do you think this narrative that we just heard represents?
You cannot be in the middle. It's either you proud.
I cannot, because I'm not a player.
Completely.
Hello, sir.
Or you believe.
Sir. Hello, sir. How do I believe? What something that I'm not a player, I'm not part of the
intelligence.
I'm only saying that my
God has anything to do with
intelligence. If you ask my intelligence, if you ask about my intelligence, what my gut feeling is telling me is that Bukky Jesse actually cooked this up to get her back into relevance.
That's what I want to hear.
It means, but I might be wrong.
Cook it up.
I might be wrong. I might not be correct.
It means,
I am telling you that what God feeling.
Exactly. It means what we hear right now doesn't represent the actual fact. It's a made up.
Papariano, where are you taking me to? I can't be sure because I'm not there. In any case, I believe that something awkward happened in that house.
From your observation, I know. From your observation, okay, of this new development, empirically speaking, okay, like from your experience, observation, that's empirical, right? No, empirically speaking, use your understanding of how a crime can be orchestrated, and listen to the audio again. Listen to Bukky Jesse, right? Do you think that, would you say that she planned this?
It's most likely. That's what my gut feeling is telling me. Okay. I might be wrong.
Okay,
because I'm not a player. I'm not there.
You think there's high chances, okay,
correct,
of Bukky Jesse planning this?
Yes.
So there's high chances that this is not real. That's in the real situation. It might have element of truth, but you don't think this is the actual thing that guy is reporting from an actual witness point of view, because he said he was there.
Yeah, he said he was there, but now that's why I said it is important that we don't throw anything out.
Okay,
we have dug into the root of it and be sure that whether it is true or it is not.
Before we dig into it, we have to be sure. We have to trust it. If we don't trust it, how can we dig into it? You don't trust it.
You cannot trust it until you dig deep and you discover that it is true.
You have to see some element of truth.
Deep, you cannot be. There's no way you are going to get to the level that you get to the level of trust.
Let's say you have 3 million.
At the same time, I cannot throw anything.
Let's say you have 3 million, and you could have invested your 3 million maybe in other part of this case, right? And somebody bring this evidence, and they want to dig it with 3 million. Would you waste your money for something like this?
I'm telling you, if I can afford it, I will. Because nothing is too big as long as at the end of the day we are able to get to where we are going, which is unraveling the mysteries around the pine of that boy. So
Otumba,
give me some minutes, please. I'll come back.
Otumba.
Yeah, Papariano.
Right. So I want to know now, do you think that those guys were just trying to manipulate and swindle Bukky Jesse?
Papariano, let me tell you something.
I just want to be
Papariano,
sure.
let me tell you something.
All right.
There's a lot of things still gonna come. It's still going to come after this voice note. They're still going to put some narrative out because they know you guys are desperate and you guys believe, which you don't have any evidence for. You guys believe that something horrible happened to Mohbad, that nobody is telling the truth. So you guys believe that, but you don't have evidence for it. And in that case, there is going to be a loss of false voice notes they're gonna push out to you guys. Like this man, Amosi or something. He said something happened, but he doesn't know what happened. He didn't have any evidence, didn't have any facts. He said something happened. And whatever to push to him is going to believe it. And that applies to almost everybody in your camp. Something happened almost 2 years. So,
but I'm coming. You see, I'm still trying to find out what part of this clip particularly doesn't make sense, because listening to
Mama
what the guy
Ese,
said.
I listened to Mama Ese. Mama Ese said, "Oh, there is powerful people behind this justice for Mohbad." So who are these guys that powerful people cannot deal with? If there's any powerful people, all these guys, who are they? That powerful people cannot deal with.
Do you know this Mama Ese? Do you know her?
Arifa? Who is Arifa? That powerful people cannot deal with him. Who is Westo? That powerful people cannot fix him.
No. Otumba, you are mixing it up. We're talking about powerful people on the other side, not on this side. So don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there's powerful people on the other side that supporting Wunmi, who is Westo? Who is Arifa? Who are these people?
But they came for them now. They came for them.
They came for them when Arifa defamed Oba. It is Oba that came for. It is Oba that came for Arifa. It is about what Arifa said about Oba. That is why he came for him.
Okay, Papariano, this is my take. Bukky Jesse, they are trying to scam Bukky Jesse. I don't think Bukky Jesse will organize something like this. They are trying to scam her. And now, based on what Otumba just said, then let me say something else. I've been following TikTok and I've been hearing people say, oh, Sanshitu said you cannot get justice from Mohbad's body. It has to be from somebody in the house. See, now let me tell you one thing, and I've been saying this from the very beginning, that whatever we say here is what Team Wunmi will pick. And that's what they've been using against us because we talk too much. That's the truth. We talk too much. They don't talk too much. They do.
I say, can you make one reference
that you said
that Team Wunmi use against you? Can you make reference? Can you make one reference?
we do the talking, they do the work. I have a lot of reference for Tumba if you want. Right from the
What are the
foundation,
reference?
hey, excuse me, from Mohbad Foundation, one wanted to start because African TV talks too much. That's one of the growls I have with him. He wants to come on air to say everything he wants to do. We keep pressing him, matching him. He don't come to air to say everything. Do some things before you come out to say it. Did you know they frustrated the registration of that foundation right from CAC? They were there before.
It is not from Team Wumi. It is from your own team.
It's not from my team.
It is from your own team.
It is not from our team. They even said it in front. It is about his wife. What is her name? They came on air and said it on Timmy, and Messi found me. That
You mean Osha? You mean Osha? Osha.
Osha, God bless you. That they
Osha is about his wife.
That's not here. Allegedly.
Otumba.
No, he wants example. No, make Otumba know say I don't take for this matter. I know what I did talk. That's the truth. I know what I did talk. I'm not somebody who just comes to rant. I don't rant. Please, I don't. And I've been into this for a very long time. So I know what I'm saying. We do the talking, they do the doings. That's how it is. Now,
Mama said, we want to send you to either Arise or any of these stations. Are you ready?
Fine, I'm good.
Like, because there was a time they were looking for a female to send you're not around.
I'm good. Now, they stopped that registration. That was one. Another one, when we started, what again were we doing? When we come on air and say some things, they just bring a counter. They do a counter video. If we are bringing Baba Mohbad to say one thing, Mama Mohbad will come out and say another thing. If they don't do that one, they will use Wumi, will come out and cry. And everything is based on what we are saying. Wumi is always online. She will hear what we are saying. They have started again. Oh, they are now talking about Liam. They are insulting Liam. They will start talking. They go to people's DM. King White is an expert in offering people's money, offering people money. Why don't you just keep calm? Why don't you keep quiet? So they have been doing it. This is what we know.
Do you have any evidence for what you are saying right now?
Evidences for some of our people that they have chatted.
Who are the peoples?
That they have chatted. I have evidence.
Who
I have
are the
people
peoples?
that they have chatted.
Bring out the chat. Bring out your evidence.
You are telling me people came here to insult some people with evidences of receipt.
Bring them here.
This money. This person collected this money. It's on TikTok. It's on the internet. So don't ask me this question.
It's on
the internet.
It's Otumba Comrade Musi.
So, I know the Otumba now. Is it not Otumba of Team Wumi?
Yes.
I know him now. I know him. It's the same Otumba that I told. It's the same Otumba that I told. It's the same Otumba I told that you should take him God to leave Adura alone. You shall allow Adura go to his father's house and see if he will not have justice. Were you not the same person I told that thing to? I know him now. I know him. Okay, Paparano, let me bust your brain. Paparano, let me bust your brain today.
The one they've mistaken me for.
Chairman, yes. Yes, exactly.
Now this one
he's the one.
Yes,
he's the one. You get it.
They suffer because of this.
I suffer.
Yes.
You have to change your name because of him.
Calm down. Yes, calm down. Paparano, let me tell you. I don't think, sorry, this is my own personal opinion. I don't think Bukky Jesse, I know she's trying to get relevancy, but I don't think she will go to the extent of formulating this. People we want, just like what Otumba said, people we want to scam her because they know she's the lead.
Desperate.
She's desperate. She's desperate for evidence. She's desperate for this. So they will do that. She's going to get a lot of more calls. But the truth is they are not true. Now, why I'm saying that conversation is not real, I don't want to get into that video and that voice note, is because the person is telling us, that person, just like what Otumba said, that person is also giving Bukky Jesse information based on the stories they had from the Corona inquest. Now, the driver who came to tell us that when they got home, nobody left the house, he is telling us now that some people left. So he's also using the story to get Bukky's attention and try to convince her that he was one of those guys that are inside that house, but not convinced that he is one of the guys that were inside that house. Then number two, or if anybody tells you they have evidence, honestly speaking, I doubt it. because Wumi is so smart enough for her to destroy the CCTV in the house. They would have deleted everything on anybody's phone and settled these guys. These guys are living big. Every guy that was in that house, they are all living large. So if anybody comes to tell you they need money now, or no bank for
one lifestyle don't travel safe, all of them.
What I can say.
If you get to this local now, that we need money, we want to travel, or no bank
These are the reason that people will come to you guys to scam you guys. Now you said Wumi deleted the CCTV in that house. You don't have any evidence for it. There is no evidence, no fact. And if someone comes out now that he had the recording of CCTV, Mama Ese bring money, you're going to give that person money because
I will not answer the person because I know there is no evidence. Because now let me Otumba, Mohbad died on Monday around 3 a.m. early hours of Monday, and they came to tell us Mohbad died Tuesday around 4 or 3. This is like 24 hours after the incident happened.
No, Mama,
in that 24 hours, they were clearing all their evidences.
No. Hold on, Mama.
They were clearing evidences in the house.
Okay, you have basic clearing evidence. Why can't you take this to
Otumba, the nurse that
inquest?
Otumba, I'm using their testimony. Now, let me, Chairman, hold on. Let me break it down for you.
Inquest is open to anybody.
Otumba, calm down. Otumba, listen to me.
You can bring your evidence. You can take your evidence to inquest.
The nurse said when she got to the house.
Let me tell you, whatever you bring to social media, whatever you bring to TikTok, it is fake.
Water.
If you have the evidence, take it to inquest.
Otumba, the nurse said, I'm using their testimony. I was not there. So I'm using that testimony to make my analysis. I'm just making my analysis. And I think I have the freedom, at least, and the right to do analysis based on the story they have given us. Now the nurse says she got there and she saw them mopping. They are mopping the water that they poured on Mohbad. And the nurse got there at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. And this person has been quiet since Monday at 3 a.m. So what water were they cleaning? I can prove to you that they were trying to clean a room and clean the house.
You don't clean water in your house.
Allegedly. They were trying to clean every blood. Don't tell me that. Mopping for what? What water?
Mama, I say, let me play the devil advocate.
What water?
How do you know?
What water were they? Were they mopping the house?
Hold on.
Were they mopping the house?
Mama, I say, how do you know Mohbad died 3 a.m. on Monday?
Because the driver said he had noise 3 a.m. and that was when they wanted to go out and get, and after that, nothing. There was no more noise. Again.
If you 3 a.m. does noise signifies death? You heard noise. Does noise signifies death?
Okay, well, after 3 a.m. there was no noise. He didn't hear anything again. Then,
but 11 a.m.
in the morning, in the morning, 11 a.m. he left. Wumi came outside to attend to him and not Mohbad.
Attend to him. Did he?
Him and not Mohbad.
So did he see any sign that something has gone wrong in the house at 11 a.m.?
No, of course, he knew that Mohbad did not surface to tell him what to do. Wumi went in, took time, came back.
As at 11 a.m. when she came, let's just place it on the table, okay? There's no support anywhere here. As at 11 a.m. when the lady came out to attend to the driver, okay, in fact, she didn't even know the driver was outside, according to the story. Driver, you are still here.
You are still,
she was shocked.
Yes.
Okay, so as at that 11 a.m., according to the driver, does the driver portray anything that, okay, there has been a problem in this house as at 11 a.m.? Does he perceive anything that there is a problem? At least if somebody died, 11 a.m., you are still outside. Okay? You are not far from that building. You are not more than 3 meters away from the main house. So does anything portray as at that 11 a.m. that something terrible has happened in the house?
Sure, yes.
Something like what?
Non-appearance of Mohbad is enough. And remember, the driver said there was an altercation from the vehicle. He even said he had to even call Mohbad and said, don't be angry, just
relax, don't be angry, yes.
Relax, it's okay.
And he persuaded me
he saw
not to
stains,
fight
yes, he
with
saw blood
Mohbad
stains, he saw blood stains in the carpet of
in
his
the
car.
car,
He
out of
knew
the
he had
wounds.
injuries.
Yes.
You know, and the man even went
Yes.
as far as saying if his wife tried this thing, he's going to beat
He
her
will.
up. So now, 3 a.m. they came to knock his window. We want to go and get drugs.
Drugs,
We want to go and
yes.
get medications at 3 a.m. And he said, I don't have fuel. They went out. They went out. You understand? Meanwhile,
Yes.
he said the quarrel started from when he picked them from the house to the show, from the show back to the house. Just that he can't speak Yoruba. But I think he was hearing those abusive. You know, even if you don't hear language, the first thing you hear is abuse.
At least you go here,
So
abuse,
you go hear curse, oloshi, olori buruku, you go hear that one. Even if you don't hear language, you go hear curse. So all those ones made him to understand that something must have gone wrong. Now, when they came out to say they want to go and get drug, they want to go and get medication to treat him. Of course, he knew Mohbad walked with his legs from his car into the house. Now that same Mohbad could not walk with his legs from the house to come outside and settle him.
Don't forget that this Mohbad is the boss, and he has boys around him that he could have sent a
Of
message.
course. So why did the boys book for the vehicle? Mohbad called books for the vehicle. So Mohbad
That's
did not
the
even
question
come
I
down.
asked. I don't know who
Mohbad did not
called
even
for
come
the
down to say
vehicle.
thank you, take the
Mama, I
money.
said, could you
do
hold
this.
on? Could you verify that? I've asked that question, Apariano. Who called for the vehicle? Because whoever that called for the vehicle at least will have done the negotiation and blah blah. So I'm still here to know who called for the vehicle. Okay, so let's assume that Mohbad called for the vehicle, but we already have this information that it is Wunmi that always do all payments. Most payments comes from Wunmi. I think we have had that on our table. Wunmi does all financial transactions. Wunmi sends money to the driver to withdraw to pay to the boys in Ikorodu. So Wunmi does, in fact, I say Wunmi is the financial director. That is a fact that we have established. Okay?
Yes.
So if the woman now comes out around 11 a.m. to say, driver, okay, blah, blah, that wants to settle the driver, I think, in my view, I think it's still in order that Mohbad does not need to come out. My financial director, go and settle the driver. I don't need to go out. That may be that for me, that may just be the scenario, and I will not even think of anything. Even as a driver, I will not even think of anything. To us,
that's
you might
right.
not even think. You might not even think that anything has gone wrong around that point because the financial director has gone out to do the normal thing, and I'm fine. Collect my money, and I will go. But there's a pointer, 3 o'clock, he heard a noise. Bah, fine. But as at 11, if you hear a noise at 3 a.m., by 11, there must be some pandemonium. Maybe sound, silent sound, someone whispering.
Okay, Chairman, let me come in here. 3 a.m.
Yes.
noise. Then from 3 a.m. to 11 when the driver left. Now, nobody came out of everybody who came back from the show.
Nobody came out and nobody comes in.
Nobody came out and nobody came in. That's a red flag.
Wow. For people that just came from a party that they would have slept off.
That's a red flag. So you don't have anything to do.
Mama, it's a war red flag. Do you know the time they came back from the party?
Like 1 a.m.
They came back from the party, but they could still go out at 3 a.m.
I will not wake up until 4
They came back at 1:30. They came back at 1:30.
They came back like 1:30 a.m.
But at 3, they could still go out. They still went out at 3. And nobody has
went out at 3 o'clock. How many people went out at 3 o'clock? How many people went out at 3 o'clock? How many?
The driver did not tell us that.
So we need to know how many people drove out with the car. How many?
I said it that very day of the corona. I said, my problem here now is that 3 a.m. movement. Who drove? How many people went out?
Many people went out?
What transaction? What actually did they actually go to get drugs?
And when how many people returned? Do you understand? That place is fishy.
I said it. That was
some people say they went to get enough.
I pointed out from that corona invader. That 3 a.m. movement is even what I'm
Excuse me, Chairman.
How many people came out? What was the mission? Were you sure it was actually drugs?
You will understand why they went out at 3 a.m.
Do you
And
tell us
DJ
now?
Bami
Share with us.
CTC. DJ Bami said they went with chemists. And they
To chemists at
had
3.
those chemists to come and treat Mohbad. They said no.
Okay.
They cannot go to their house except if they can bring
You
Mohbad.
bring the patients, yeah.
They bring the patient. And when they went back home, Mohbad said
The
no.
question is,
It's not going.
how many people, hold on, how
Mohbad
many
said
people
no.
went out?
Yeah, it's in
Otumba,
DJ Bami CTC.
Okay, did he mention how many people went out to get the chemist? How many people?
Otumba, DJ Bami CTC. DJ Bami CTC did not mention 3 a.m. Did he say 3 a.m.? Did DJ Bami give you timing? Was there timing attached to it?
That they went out 3 a.m. Did that come from the
Was it
Bami?
3 a.m. Otumba? We all listened to it. DJ Bami said they went to the chemist with the
He
nurse.
said they went out.
They went with the nurse
Include the time.
to get drug for
He said
reaction.
they went out. They went to the
They
chemist.
went out with the nurse Tuesday.
No,
to
we
get,
did not. With the chemist.
To get
He
injection
said when they
for
came
the
back,
reaction.
when they came back from the show, they still went out again to the chemist, and they told them at the chemist that they should go and bring Mohbad.
So why didn't they take Mohbad then?
Mohbad refused.
That's another red
Hello,
flag.
Mariano, please.
That's another red
Mariano,
flag.
please, can I
How can an adult
come in and say something?
The
can an
driver said
adult
to me,
refuse
Wunmi asked
treatment?
Mohbad. Wunmi told Mohbad to let them go to hospital, and Mohbad said no.
With the dead or
driver.
they are alive for the unalive Mohbad. They are alive for the unalive Mohbad. Otumba.
No. That was in the car. That was when they were coming. That was the first
Yeah, when they were coming from the show.
Yeah, from the show.
Which wound? That scratch is the one that they are going to go to the hospital for.
Yeah, that's the one that Wunmi said, can we go to the hospital?
That scratch?
He said no.
Are you sure she said it?
Now you don't
No,
believe
that's what the driver said.
but you believe
That's what the driver said.
whatever driver said about them.
So
Driver said it. No, if the driver said it, I
You guys
believe.
pick whatever that suits your narrative.
No, Otumba, if the driver said it, I believe him.
Yes.
Otumba, if the driver said it, I
It's the
believe
driver
him.
that said it. When
Hello,
they were
guys.
coming back, Wunmi asked, should we go to the hospital? And
Can I
Buba
quickly
said
say
no,
something?
that this small thing, which I won't go do for hospital. So that one is clear. We believe.
I believe that one. If the driver said it, I believe it.
It is that one, yes. But the one
Yes.
that by 3 o'clock, driver never mentioned anything. That Wunmi said anything at that 3 o'clock. No, he only said he heard a noise and they came to knock on his car. But he doesn't have a fuel to take them out. Okay? We don't. So
The driver didn't say that. He didn't say that he heard the noise. He didn't say that at all. He came
He
back
said
to
they came to
Arifa.
bang.
He came back to
knock on
Arifa
his
platform
door.
to deny it.
No. From what I heard, he said they came to knock on his door. Okay, that they should help them to go to the chemist, and he said he couldn't go because he doesn't have fuel. He couldn't go. But I want to believe that he couldn't go. That because he doesn't have fuel, I don't want to believe that. Maybe he doesn't want to drive in the night because is it not the fuel that you used to leave that place at 11 o'clock? It's the same fuel that used to leave that place at 11 o'clock. So I want to believe that maybe he didn't go because it's late in the night. Of course, with Prado, you can't just be moving around in the late of the night. Maybe he doesn't just want to go out.
Yeah, Abi, he does not want to
That
go, so that
time.
when he comes back, they won't open the gates for him. Then he won't go with his
that I don't
broken
have
glass.
I don't have fuel. I believe he lied to them that he doesn't have fuel.
Yes,
That
yes.
lie. That was a
Yes,
lie.
because
Same fuel that used to
because he said he
that's it.
Can I
didn't
support
go home
please?
because of his
Can I say
broken
something?
glass.
I'll come down immediately.
Yes, Amusi.
Hello, Satama. Can I say something now? This one of bad. This one bad.
Your network is bad. Your network is bad, please. Amusi, we can't hear you. Your network is bad. No. We can't hear you.
Oh. You can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I think it's better. It's better. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I think it's better.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
You can drop and come back again. Drop and come back again. Drop and come
You are
back again.
breaking. You are breaking. Your network is
not
breaking.
breaking.
So you are not clear.
Okay. So, Mama said, see, in all of this, yes, you can say whatever you want to say. Yes, we can analyze and try to pick holes in all of your statement, in everybody's statement. But like what Otumba said, okay, is a court, is a coroner. They don't go hearsay. To counter anything, we need a concrete evidence to counter whatever.
Better now.
It's cracking. That network is cracking.
Come on, let
Your
him see
words-
what he wants to say, please.
Okay, let's try if we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Yes, go ahead.
Continue.
Is it cracking?
Continue.
Okay, now. So what I can see in this justice for Mohbad, is the fact that everybody is cherry picking, the justice and anti-justice alike. We want to pick the evidences of people, what the people that we think will favor us is saying, and leave out and debunk the others. Anyone that is doing the point, I believe, is evil. What we are supposed to all ask for is the fact that it is clear that the government, the police, all of the people that have been involved in the investigation are done very, very badly. What we need to ask for is for them to go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board and do an holistic investigation into this matter. There's nothing anyone is saying now, for me personally, that I want to trust, that I want to believe that is true. Unless thorough investigation that will, that everybody would that okay, this is not fair enough. But for people who does not want the Wumi team to be indicted, to be saying that people are saying something happened, and bringing it, it's because the thorough investigation was done. It's not even me. I am justice, and I believe that me and everybody that was living in that house with Mohbad, that were in that house together with Mohbad that day, they are not well to assert themselves of what by that boy, and that's what we are looking for. Let them come out clean. They are not, because everything that looking dirty there, based on the things that they are saying, it is not based on what anybody is saying out of them. For me, so what anybody that is coming out to say, they are doing widow victimization, they are doing, it's a lie. It is Wumi that is victimizing us, the public. Wumi and her team, that are the ones that are victimizing us, that they have not come out clean for us to happen. It has not been clear time. Look at the timing that did not bring it. Look at the timing the others bringing. Somebody is saying that they called him at 11 a.m. Darusha, and the nurse is saying, the doctor is saying they brought the body to them at 4 p.m. or something. So none of these things is clear until they come out clean. All we need to ask for is a thorough investigation, a clear-cut investigation that will place the things where they belong. That's the only thing. So anybody say that, somebody said, even on behalf of the Wumi team, and we don't want to believe it. No. That is not fair. What is fair is for us to do the right things and know what is true. And
so who is going to do that investigation?
I mean, Mike, at that point. That is the thing. That's why I said, hello, sir. That's why I was talking about strategy. Hello, sir. That is why I was talking about strategy. You see, those of us, especially on the part of justice, I don't know where you belong, sir, but where I belong, I've seen that our group, we are not strategic, unfortunately. So all we do is come out, talk on social media, back home. Nobody, guys. People that are back, they are the ones that are leading him astray. And Baba needed
so
from the
I can confirm to you. I can confirm to you that
with the team,
Okay. Yeah, so the question I would like to ask is that what I can confirm to you that the public, everybody, you and I, everybody came together and said, okay, we need to get a private investigator that will do a very solid job to help this matter. And the public put money together, hire a very senior son, okay, to also hire a private investigator, because you and I are online, we are not on ground, okay, to hire a private investigator to do this job. Now, the question I will ask you is, did the Baba or the team or whoever, did they hire the private investigator that the public put funds together for? Did they do that?
I think that's a strategy he's saying we don't have.
No. That I want to tell you the strategy. There was a strategy.
If we are strategic, it won't be possible for us to cut money for and nobody is checking on everything is on. You know, it's still both.
So, and that is why, and that is where I will now say book now, Mr. Abosi. But that is where I will now say bully Bese destroyed the old strategy and messed up this case. Everything rests on Buki Bese.
I know.
She is the one that destroyed everything that people have worked for, people have put into place, strategies that they have put into place with a lot by everybody. Buki Bese destroyed everything single-handedly.
Everybody wants to be at the forefront. I want to be the leader.
Yeah.
Even though they are saying something else in their mouth, but what they are doing behind the scene is that's what everybody is. Yeah, that ego is too much. No,
the ego was much.
Someone
that
smells of illiteracy will come out and
no, please don't
everybody.
No,
I don't know.
I don't know. Don't attack her personality. Let's just talk about it.
I didn't mention anybody's name, but
see, personally, I will attack her personality. Who is she?
That statement,
who is she?
That statement is so
personality.
I know she dealt with you.
That statement is so annoying. For you to
I never even get her time. If I get her time, she go sweat. She go sweat
them and do all kinds of.
I never get her time.
And what you are doing behind
that's the part of justice. She has made a mistake. Let's admit that she made a mistake.
So now see where the mistake. See where a singular mistake has cost all of us. See what a singular mistake has cost justice. Cost everybody. And you are saying she has made a mistake. Who should be in the jail by now? Who should be in jail as we speak? Who?
No, she has made a mistake. A mistake is a mistake. So
she has to, no. She has to pay for that mistake. It's not just a mistake. This is over 1 million people. Over 1 million people. Not exaggerating.
Mistake, but I don't want us talking about going into people's who she is, who she's not. Illiterate.
Well, good morning, everybody.
No, that's what she is. Because if she's literate and she has strategy, it really shows that she's done fool. She has nothing in her brain. Nothing. Not an iota or a molecule of sense in her brain. Nothing.
Does not have sense. I've been holding the justice for a while. That's okay. That's fine. Nobody say don't do it.
In this world, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ nǹkan tán, kò sẹ́ni kó pé ìtàn. Common lizard tó bá rìn lára lé, èèyàn lè kọ́ ọgbọ́n lára lizard. Bible says go to an ant and learn wisdom. When you go to God that says go to an ant, you can kill a ant with just your feet. But he said go to an ant and learn from it. Ọmọdé gbọ́n àgbà gbọ́n òun la fi dálẹ̀ Ifẹ̀. You understand? Some kids will do something where you are and you will learn from that thing. You may want to do shakara, but you will still learn and say, look at what that boy did.
I know.
And you will learn from it.
So let's just take it at that.
Nobody's
above mistake.
Okay. Let her now correct herself. Go there, get justice. Just padà sí drawing board. Go padà sí drawing board. Go there, single-handedly. Go there to show for her.
Exactly. But I need that. but we make her understand that the mistake has been done. The mistake has been done. So Bukky just say, let's re-strategize, go back to the drawing board, look into it again, and start all over again. I beg, nobody's perfect. Everybody can make
You
mistakes.
want to go and cut this boy again? Abi?
No, I'm hearing them saying. Dr. Santish, Abi Sanchitu said, you can't get justice from the body. It is now, we need life testimony. We need life confession. It has to be from one person from the house. Chairman, if Oyibo man dig your bones from the grave, they can tell you what killed that person.
So let Bukky champion that government should give us that body.
Did they even call anybody?
We will now take that body abroad, take that body to wherever we want to take that body to. So we want to collect that body, take that body to wherever we want to take that body to go and do whatever we need to do with the body.
Hello, Mr. Chairman, please, I have a question for you. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, let's take it.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, ma'am. Earlier, when Mamaise was talking to, was telling Otumba that Mohbad passed on Monday, I saw that you were questioning her. What day do you think Mohbad died?
Now, at this point, it's not about what I think. Okay? Yeah. Now, it has gotten to, like the Sanchi to not even say that we can't get from the body. It is now testimonies or whatever it is. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, it is not about what I think. It's about what evidence could lead me to the exact time that Mohbad died. Now I need evidence. I need facts. Because all of these people, all of them, they are all liars. All of them.
Okay.
Okay?
The reason why I am asking this question, because I have heard you a couple of times talking about Baba Mohbad telling you that Mohbad actually passed on Monday. That's why when you're asking Mama Isa, I was kind of confused, because I've heard yourself and Ayaminka, said that Baba Mohbad told you guys at, when you were in Abuja that.
And he also said it in public. So
he also said it in public, exactly. So if he's telling you that his child died on Monday, I'm sure that he actually have evidence. He's sure that his child passed on Monday.
Okay, if he says his child passed on Monday, he wasn't there. And the people that were there said, no, it passed on Tuesday. So who are you going to believe?
No, for him to say his child passed on Monday, I think he's sure. He's sure that for me to believe that and for his own evidence to supersede every other, he needs to give me a proof. Was it a phone call? Did you ask for a proof when he told you?
We are talking now. Let's forget, did I ask? I didn't even bother to ask about all of those things that time. Okay? Because that is what we believed before that time self. We believed that from all this, we believe it was on Monday. So he's saying on Monday is like corroborating what we believe. But now it has gotten to this point. It has gotten to this point that everything does scatter. So for me to now believe that it is Monday. Yes.
Chairman, you know why we picked Monday?
Because Mama Mohbad said he called and
the first corona inquest, the first person to appear was, I think, Dijibami, right? Was it Dijibami?
I didn't even know who appeared first.
The first person that appeared on the first corona inquest. Do you know what he said when he was telling his stories? He said that we came back around 1:30.
1 o'clock.
Next day, the nurse came. He said it. The next day, the nurse came. That was like he made his story to be. It was the next day Mohbad died. Like the next day when they called the nurse, she came, and that was when he reacted. And they went to the chemist. They came back. He said the next day. Mama Mohbad too said she couldn't talk to Mohbad on Monday.
From 9 a.m.
From 9 a.m. And Wunmi was saying Sheti Bon Koko.
Check Bongo Koni at 3 p.m. So we all have that mindset that Mohbad died on Monday.
3 p.m. So initially from that, I'm talking about these are the first interviews.
Testimonies, yes.
Testimonies. Like everybody was the next day,
you know. Mr. Chairman, you see, if
it's already established that it was Monday. So
we've had so holistic. What I'm now saying is that we have heard different versions from people that were there and the people that were not there, including Baba Mohbad. Now, anybody, including Baba Mohbad now, that can now say affirmatively, this boy died on Monday. It's not about hearsay, it's not about what you say. It's about proving it to the court and to the everybody. How can you prove it? A phone call? I received this call. This is the number that called me. Blah, blah, blah. They investigate that number. They, there's a way we can trace that number and show, yes, you actually made this call at so time. So that is evidence that can nail the fact that, yes, he died on Monday. What if Baba Mohbad is lying that he died on Monday? I'm just saying. Okay, so right now, it is now more than what you say. It's about give me a proof that is proven beyond reasonable doubt before the judge and can confirm, say, true, Mohbad died on Monday. Without that evidence, all of this are all speculations.
Okay, because I'm just wondering if you were, I'm not blaming you though, but if I were in I'm seeing Baba Mohbad physically and he's telling me his son died on Monday, I think I would want to ask more questions. Oh, what is your proof? How did you know? Did you see anything? Why are you saying this? Because all your stories you've been saying Tuesday, so you saying Monday to me, because I know of people who he has also said this thing to personally, and I would have expected you to like ask further questions.
Realistic. Let me
we didn't go through that route.
Let me say so. Baba Mohbad is saying Tuesday because it was Tuesday he got to the house. It was only Mama Mohbad that I think was in the house as at Monday. But Baba Mohbad was called. Baba Mohbad, this is the story. I'm sorry. Because we started
the story
together.
From the beginning was that he was called on Tuesday. He was called on Tuesday, 4 p.m.
Now, the first 1 month, this is the story that played out in the first 1 month when Mohbad died. This is what I'm telling you. Baba Mohbad, the story we got was Baba Mohbad was called by Iya Mohbad Tuesday that Mohbad is sick or something. That was the initial story we got. And he said when he got to the bus stop, he said he was in the hospital. Now when he got there, they now told him, say when he got to the junction of Mohbad's house, the hospital is not far from the house, which has been confirmed too from all these stories. He said when he wanted to go to the hospital, he was calling them to find out if he's still in the hospital. And they told him, you should not worry, Mohbad is at home and he's fine. That I should go back. He now said, he's already.
You missed it, Mama. I said, no, you missed it. You missed where they called Mama Mohbad on the boat. That
yes.
Is so fine. He now collected the phone. And then I said, on the boat.
When they were calling Mama Mohbad. He was now wondering, why are they calling you here and there and not me? Darosha was calling his sister. And he was like, why are they calling you and not me? So he started suspecting something. Then, I think Mama Mohbad was trying to tell them, they didn't know she was Baba Mohbad. So she was the one they were communicating with. Only for them to come down from the boat, got to the junction. I think they now told her to tell him to go back. The Mohbad is at home. They now say he's not going back home. From what he told us initially, that even if it is for him to go and see Mohbad, at least Mohbad will give him transport money. That was when he entered the house. Now, he entered the house, and lo and behold,
Mama say, you're still missing. He told Mama Mohbad that he told Mama Mohbad before they got to the junction. How did he know before they got to the junction while on the boat?
I think he
He
said
didn't tell
Blessing
us that
called him.
one. He didn't tell us that
He
one.
Yes,
tell
he
us that
skipped
from
that.
the beginning. Even
From the
Prime Boy,
beginning, he
even
skipped.
Prime Boy also said
He skipped that. He said,
well.
Iku Orolomo Iku. So we are now asking questions. But we now say, me alone, Holy Spirit told him. You know, we are all speculating. How did you know? He didn't tell us.
Yes, at that time he didn't tell us. But
Exactly.
it was
So we
later
are all speculating. How did he know?
Blessing called him. That Blessing called him to tell him that
It was Mr. Benga.
Mohbad.
It was Mr. Benga
Dayo.
oh, sorry, Mr. Dayo that posted that.
You see, this is why, Mama, you said this is why I'm saying that I do not even want to believe, because if Baba is coming to say, oh, the child died on Monday, I even went to like to Punch to say that his child died on Monday. I want to believe, because for a whole year.
Yeah. It's more than a year.
He mentioned that he knew, he heard Mohbad had died before he left Ikorodu. He never mentioned that all of a sudden it was because of somebody came, his is it cousin or his relative that said that.
His friend.
And
his friend.
Prime Boy, he never even told us that Prime Boy called him. He took all of those stories. I mean, he took it off his story. So me, I just feel that, all these people, all these characters are actually giving us a script, a written script.
So that's why I came to a conclusion that if he says it's on Monday, he now needs to prove to me or to us before I can believe whatever he's saying. Anything he says now, if it doesn't bring out a proof, then he should go and throw it into the gutters.
Now, yes, I think the doctor's testimony at the CTC already.
The doctor's testimony also
the doctor's testimony
like
at the
Monday.
CTC already said yes,
like
already tends towards that because of
so that's the one we can hold because he's a practitioner. He's a practitioner. We can rely on his own testimony as a practitioner. Exactly.
Because he said, as at the time,
Mohbad has lied. He has lied. Terrible lies on this matter.
The teeth clenched. He couldn't open the mouth to say, the bodies was stiff already. And ragomotis is the last stage of the dying process. So for him to say there was ragomotis as at that time,
but you see,
then that body must have died nothing less than 12 hours. 12 to 24 hours.
What actually bothers me till date is I do not know why someone would die and people will lie about the date he died.
Exactly. If not that you want to cover a crime, why would you be lying about the date?
At least you don't understand. They have to lie about the date. Because if he died on Monday and you kept him,
and you didn't call the parents,
that's another offense. That's a criminal. It is an offense. You kept a body who died on Monday. No. See, that's what I say. You see, Team Mumi, they are very smart. It is a criminal. It's an offense. You need to explain. Now, they even told us Tuesday because of the presence of the father. And let me tell you, they were using that money.
And that they went to the hospital on Tuesday.
They were cleaning all the evidences. That's why
they went to the hospital on Tuesday.
And anything
so they
Mumi that wants
that
to talk to you will say evidence. They will say evidence, get to court, bring your evidence. Because they know they have wiped, in as much as they try, they have wiped every evidence.
Another thing that I believe was
the only thing we can rely on now is testimony.
I believe this one is just a personal belief. It's a personal belief that there was CCTV in Mohbad's house. And that they cut away the DVR.
Why did
they cut away the cameras?
Why did Wumi go to steal Mohbad's phone from Mama Mohbad?
Mohbad. So they cleared the evidence. So now they're asking you, where's the evidence? Because there's nothing you can't see the DVR anymore. So now they want to go and bring evidence.
That is why the thing is always telling you evidence, go to court.
Exactly.
They have successfully wiped away that evidence. Now
they've destroyed all the evidence.
And this doctor's testimony, they told us the nurse came in around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Mohbad is already dead since Monday. So what did the nurse come to do on Tuesday?
The question is, Mama say, did the nurse know Mohbad? No. The nurse may have treated another person. How would he know? How would she know that it's not Mohbad? Tell me now. Did you know Mohbad? No.
No, but the nurse, okay, now, Chairman, let me bust you. But when they were asking the nurse in the corona inquest, she said she saw 4 people. She saw Mohbad. She mentioned them, but she didn't
How
mention
did
Adura.
she know that was Mohbad?
That's what I'm telling you. It's Adura she saw, not Mohbad. That's what I'm telling you.
So
And
how
Baba
did she know
Mohbad,
that
when
was
he got to
Mohbad?
the, when Baba Mohbad, no, Chairman, when Baba Mohbad got to the house, he said he saw salt on Mohbad's chest. That is one. When Darusha went to the corona inquest to give his own testimony, he said because Mohbad's body was already smelling, he remembered how they did it for his father. That was when he carried salt and put on Mohbad's chest. He told Adura to put salt on Mohbad's chest. Was that not Darusha's testimony? Was it Mama Ese that said it?
That was that
So
Risha
for
said
you to
that
say the
the
body
zone
is
2.
smelling, that person must have died nothing less than 18 hours before the body starts smelling.
So if nurse came 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and the club claimed that she spoke to Mohbad was responding, that was 2 o'clock on Tuesday, 2 o'clock. And
Yes.
Perez said you brought in dead 4 p.m. That's like 2 hours difference. Okay? And
Yes.
at that stage, the gomotis cannot settle in 2 hours. It will still be fresh. 2 hours will still be fresh. You can still be able to move the
Yes,
body, move the
so-
teeth in 2 hours. So the question now is, according to the doctor, this body is more than 3 hours or more. Okay? So the question is, at 2 o'clock, who did
Yes,
the
and
bat?
remember
Who did
now,
the nurse?
the
Who did
driver now said he got a call at 9 a.m. to report himself.
9 a.m. on Tuesday, that
to
you
the
go and
police
report
station.
yourself.
He got
9
another
o'clock.
one at 12. So
At
please,
12.
and then Mohbad died at 3 o'clock. So excuse me. You see the timing.
Nurse came in at 2. You heard
Nurse
it.
came in at 2.
Go and
Then
report
they took
yourself
Mohbad to
9
the hospital
a.m.
at 3.
Go and report yourself 9 a.m. You heard that
9
Mohbad died
a.m.
12 noon.
Mohbad
Nurse
died
came at
12.
2
Mohbad
o'clock.
died 3.
Baba.
Yes. Nurse came in at 2. So who did the nurse come to treat?
And you see, and
What
if
is the relation?
had it been Mobile's house is like maybe let's say an hour or 2, let's say an hour or 1 hour 30 minutes drive from
So
Perez.
just with you, yeah.
And I would say, oh, okay, maybe with the traffic, if you want to, you understand. But according to Mr. Yomi, he said from Mobile's house to Kurame is like within 1 to 7 minutes drive.
Yes.
Now the question now is, now they said they took Mohbad on Okada, all right?
Yeah.
But the hospital said they saw the CCTV. They drove in with a car.
No, that's
So which-
Perez.
I understand that. This is where I'm going. Now the first hospital was what? Kuramed, right?
Yeah.
Kuramed needs to show us the CCTV of his premises on the 12th to see how Mohbad came in.
According
So
to
why did
Yomi, he said
Kuramed?
said
Why
they
did
don't
Kuramed?
have CCTV?
They don't have what?
CCTV.
And has anybody confirmed if they have CCTV or not? As Yomi confirmed, I'm just asking. Has anybody confirmed if Kuramed has CCTV?
Yeah, he said.
As our legal team wrote to Kuramed to seek approval from the court to interrogate Kuramed and investigate Kuramed. Have we done that?
No,
Have we done that?
I don't think so.
That's the strategy we don't have.
And we are doing
That's the
investigation.
strategy. That's the strategy Mr. Amos is saying we don't have. We
And
just
we are
come here
doing
to make
investigation.
noise.
Exactly. We are just here to
noise and
make noise
alive.
because once
Yes.
somebody decided to just play demigod.
Yes,
I just feel like we actually gave. I said the problem here. All of us, like, we've tried our best here, but I think what we did was trusting a certain person to actually do this, and we actually was financing this whole thing, thinking that this person actually wants the same thing that we wanted. And
Let me
we were
post
also
it.
thinking that,
Elistic.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this to you. Before I was part of the whole thing. I won't take myself out before they will say I want to exonerate myself. Before Shitu was hired, I was there. And we went through 1, 2, 3 processes before Shitu was hired. So we agree, we brainstorm, Muiwa carried the implementation out. So everything was going on smoothly. The first agenda was to hire a son. That has been done successfully. The second agenda on the table was to hire a private investigator.
Famuyiwa will not agree because he
That
knows
is
the
where
truth will
everything
come out.
busted.
Exactly.
Yes. Famuyiwa will not agree because he knows everything
And
will come
Muyiwa
out.
did not
And
just
Bukky
take that
Jesse does not
decision.
understand
He
to that
took
extent.
instruction. He
He
took
is
that
dancing
instruction
to
from.
Famuyiwa, thinking he's real.
So,
Bukky
You
Jesse
see,
believes
no,
so
no,
much
no.
in
See,
Famuyiwa, thinking he's real.
Mama, I say, you see, I want to disagree with you. You see, one thing is this here. When people try to differentiate, like take out Baba Mohbad from Muyiwa, it upsets me because see. Muyiwa is not acting on his own. To be honest, Baba Mohbad is not a baby. See, whatever Muyiwa is doing is actually coming from Baba Mohbad. He's always directing people to
Elistic, I disagree with
for us
you.
to
No,
think
that's not
that
true.
so
he's
Mama, I
not,
say,
he's
Mama,
not
I
Elistic,
one
that's
making
not
gentle,
true.
decisions.
ladies,
Elistic,
from
that's not
investigation,
true.
from
It
investigation,
doesn't
it
come
now
from Baba
got clearer.
Mohbad. See, that
Hold
man
on.
is very
The thing now
vulnerable.
got
Please,
no.
don't.
This is what
That man
happened.
is very
The
vulnerable.
thing now got clearer to me few weeks ago. Why all of